One of the best things that you can do is, if you're wrong, take your L. This whole PlayStation 5 thing has gotten out of hand, especially with the Pro. I think it's unveiled a different side of the pride that some people within the gaming community have, and they can't just say, I was wrong. You would gain so much respect if you say so. In fact, I'm looking for L's. Like, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I'm not afraid of them. I've finally learned that you need to hold on to them because they make you, they build you, they teach you something. Right now, what we're seeing with the PS5 Pro after Mark Cerny's engineering, breakdown of the PS5 Pro is that some people within the PlayStation 5 community constantly are doubling down. In fact, I saw a series of tweets. There's just no joy in showing them. Rather, we should just go ahead and, learn a lesson from now henceforth. This whole conversation that console gaming is in some sense going to come ahead and somehow beat PC gaming at some price points is imaginary. Why? If a console would ever come and beat high to mid-range PC gaming at the console price point, you will crater the market with a $1 trillion company that has hedged its whole research, development, hardware, build pipeline, invention pipeline, and all of that stuff in place. So how else are you going to deal with that? Not only that, you will crater the console company for having paid for that technology to then go sell it at an extremely subsidized price. This is not 100, it's not $200 multiplied by 10, 15, 20 million, 60, 70 million consoles. This would be $400-$500 losses on that regard. What I mean is, take for instance a 4070. The 4070 is beautiful technology. It's annoying technology because NVIDIA always wants to sell it expensively. Oh, I can't believe I'm saying this, but thank God for Intel. The B580, I wanted to buy the B580. Like, I'd already pre-ordered it. And then, the budget committee said, no. So I said, all right, let's wait it out for a little bit. Just, because it's Intel. I haven't bought an Intel thing in a long time. I ignored that company. But now that they're looking for money, they're here to compete. With this in mind, NVIDIA understands its technology is still superior to the two graphics, card developers and manufacturers, that it can keep its prices very well. If AMD decides that they want to go into that place and invent and fight NVIDIA, and Intel comes in, NVIDIA is going to finally relax in terms of gaming, or never. However, they've been able to put themselves in different areas of necessity and need. So their technology in terms of encoding, in terms of production, in terms of animation, and all of these different use cases is just really cool. AI, upscaling, resolution sampling, all that technology, they've invested so much into it. Ray tracing, they want to be at the forefront of it. For somebody to come out and say that a PlayStation 5 Pro is going to match an NVIDIA device that costs more than the PS5 Pro, you are barking up not even the wrong tree. You're barking up a cactus plant. You will be poked and you will be bruised all over because that's exactly what you're making a comparison about. It doesn't make any sense. I've seen a lot of people come out here and say, well, how about games that are optimized? How about games that are not optimized? That if we did benchmarks, we'd have to do, 20, 15, 45 games. The moment we start adding games that are super optimized, guess what you're going to see? You're going to see an annihilation of the PS5 Pro. Believe you me. Take a game like God of War 2018. That game is fully, beautifully optimized on PC and as well the PlayStation 5 and even the PS5 Pro. It's old school stuff. If we fire God of War 2018 on both of them, what you're going to see, you're going to see something fantastic in that regard. So what you want to do is you want to basically wait and see how hardware benchmarks go. And traditionally, no one even does benchmarks on console versus PC because PC just has a very unfair advantage. I saw someone asking me in the comment section today, how do I mean that dedicated, GPU and dedicated CPU can perform better because unified APUs don't have to deal with all of the different cross-sectionality? And I said, you heard this stuff on some podcast and you just ran with it because, every game is made generically and in the same way. That's not the case. There are developers who've been making, games in pipelines of CPU and GPU in dedicated senses that can do a very great job. I mean, y'all act like you've not seen a Ubisoft game. Like, this is a Ubisoft game from 2019. This was a 2019 game. I mean, what are these guys making these days that is so impressive that has not already been made? And this is a multiplayer session. This is 4 people playing in a realistic Washington D.C. setting. They made the Division 1. They had to scale down the graphics because there was not even hardware to power the Division 1 and the intended graphics that they wanted to go with. And they squeezed this bad boy into the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. This is just a PC version, so you can scale this thing, to, 100 FPS in some cases. Game runs beautifully, runs well. I know everybody saw Ratchet and Clank and they lost their minds. Oh my gosh, the best thing. And people were looking and going like, okay. Like, graphics are graphics, but if a development team knows their sauce, they can deliver. They can deliver very well. So again, it just, to me, makes no sense how anybody can come to that conclusion. If you think one day that consoles will get to the point where the technology is cheap and it will be able to, in a sense, fight with PCs, sure. But you got to understand that, PC technology is the backbone for console technology. Console is not going to fly without PC technology actually walking and running. That's it. So you must respect the hardware in the sense of what it's capable of doing so that you don't make, a nuisance of yourself when the conversations are going on. And I think this is crazy because, if you consider right now the gaming industry, right? So many things have come in to distract from the fact that games are the main thing that players are looking for. They just want to play games, right? But now everybody has to go ahead and talk some kind of nonsense. And I think what's going on here is, and I got to say it, PC gamers kind of looked at the console war and decided that they were going to come in and meme it. And as they were memeing it, it really inflamed a lot of folk who are really dedicated console fans. So somewhere, somehow, there's some kind of an underlying, and I'm being hypothetical here. There seems to be some kind of an underhanded vendetta that some console players have against the PC platform. Like, one day this PC platform is going to topple and fall. No, it ain't. It's literally actually getting, beefier and beefier and stronger. For some strange reason, it just doesn't want to go away, and it's become basically, this roach that can avoid the radioactivity of the crashes of the gaming industry coming. Why? Because it's decentralized. Gaming has always been a rebellious front. Everyone's always looked down on gaming. People will be ageist to you, say, oh, you play games at your age? And when you were a little kid, you don't play games. Go do that. It's always been a rebellious front. So it's very fitting that the PC is the platform that gamers will eventually end up in. If you play on console as a preference, that's fine. But you have to understand that within the console, you are almost against the grain of what the gaming is at some point if the console maker is not giving you what the gamer actually is about, where you break the mold and be outside of the box in a sense. This is another reason Xbox is attractive for some PC players. They like that kind of a thing where we're just not locked into one place and we can do stuff with a bigger playground across the board. So again, I just don't see how this is a thing, I'd wish they would just, say, let's just focus on games. All this talk about you want to bring a console to a PC. Bruh, I mean, it's one trip to the grocery store, man, and my PC is already stronger than your console. I kid you not. I go to the back of a Walmart. Go to the back of your local Walmart. All of you, go to the back of your local Walmart and see what's cooking in the tech section. AM4, CPUs, you can't even find anymore. Walmart's got AM5 CPUs and DDR5 and everything. I literally go to the grocery store and I'll upgrade a PC and it'll be better than a console in one afternoon. So what is all this talk about? What is all this talk about? Now, maybe your local Walmart may not have a beautiful tech area. Mine does. And I live in podunk nowhere, America. So I mean, if our local Walmart can have, Ryzen 7 7700Xs and DDR5 RAM, man, and you may, if you live in any city in the US and you don't have that, you need to question your city officials. You need to question your Walmart selection and your faith in y'all in terms of technology. I kid you not. If I'm in a bind and I need like PC gear in a bind, yeah, the prices are not the most optimal because, you know, Amazon and the others are better. I will literally go buy me some milk and eggs and a freaking CPU if it came down to it. And the CPU that is way better than all of the consoles that are listed with that are right around the corner from the Walmart. So again, we need to understand that in order for you to be able to get into, you know, to be able to gain credibility and not throw your credibility away, you must have an unwavering pursuit for the truth. That's what's missing today. Everybody wants to just come out here and chase clout, but truth is what's going to get you. People were making fun of the channel. Oh, you don't have subscribers. I'm like, dude, do you think subscribers are what I'm, do you think I'm chasing subscribers on a video game fight school channel? I kicked off this channel one December and I was like, I just want to make different content. And here we are. I'm just making the content that I want to make. If I wanted to kick off subscribers and stuff, I would just be playing The Division easy. Making videos about it, streaming about it. I would be at 100K subs or whatever. I don't know, maybe. I mean, all the people that were making Division content with me have all moved, you know, to 100K subs and stuff. If that's what I really wanted, it's not what I want. They know, like my Division, you know, colleagues, they know. They're like, this guy is crazy. And I, you know, it's just how I am. You know, that's not what interests me. Anyways, I just think it's really sad that, you know, we're seeing doubling down from some people instead of just saying, yo, we were wrong. And everybody be like, great, let's move on. All right, they can double down all they want. They can burn their credibility to the ground. It's theirs to burn anyways. Thanks for watching. Peace out.